If trading was easy, then everybody would do it. You could just walk on the street, go up to a random person, and start talking about ICT concepts or fair value gaps. If trading was easy, everybody would be rich, but they're not. And that is not because they do not have a strategy, it's because they lack discipline. If you're frustrated, if you're doubting yourself, if you think about quitting at all, listen closely to what I'm about to say. If trading has been hard for you at all, it is not bad luck. It's not manipulation, and it's definitely not because you haven't found the perfect strategy yet. It's because you haven't fixed yourself. Alright, let's be honest here. Most of you say you want this, but your actions say the complete opposite. You say you want consistency, but you overtrade every day. You say you want discipline, but the moment price moves without you, you chase it. You say you're serious, but you break your rules the first time your emotions show up at all. And no, that is not the market doing that to you. In trading, you are the only person that you could blame. No one does anything for you. No one causes you to lose a trade. That is all based on you. Trading doesn't reward hope. It doesn't reward desperation. It doesn't care how bad you want to win. The market only rewards discipline, patience, and control. And if you don't have those qualities, it will expose you every single day you come to trade. You don't need another indicator. You don't need another strategy. You don't need to watch 10 more videos hoping one of them finally clicks. What you need is to stop lying to yourself. You know that exactly what you're doing is completely wrong, but you keep doing it anyways every single day. You know when you're forcing trades, you know when you're trading out of boredom, and you know when you're clicking buy or sell because you're just trying to make some money instead of waiting for your A plus setup like you should be doing. And every time you do it, you tell yourself, it's going to be different this time. I'm going to change next time. I'm never going to do this again. But guess what? You have never changed, and you never will until you fix your mental. That is exactly why most accounts get blown. Not because people are stupid, not because trading is impossible, but because people don't have the discipline to sit still and do nothing when nothing shows on the chart. And let me say this clearly, doing nothing is a skill, one of the hardest skills in trading. Most of you don't lose money because of bad trades, you lose money because of unnecessary trades. You want a wake up call? Here it is. The market does not owe you anything. Not a win, not a clean setup, not a green day. You earn profitability by showing up disciplined every single day, even when you're bored, even when you're frustrated, even when you just took a loss. You show up every day and show the market that you have discipline to not force a setup. A loss is never a problem. Losses are always going to be a part of the game. No one has an 100% win rate strategy. The problem is how you react to them. One loss turns into 5 because you couldn't accept it. One mistrade turns into a bad trade because you couldn't let it go. That's not trading. That is just gambling with a chart in front of your eyes. You need to stop asking, how do I make money today? And start asking, how do I execute perfectly today? Because money is a byproduct of discipline. It's not the goal. The goal is consistency. The goal is control. Let me tell you something that most people do not want to hear. You are not special in this market. Your feelings do not matter. Your confidence does not matter. Your motivation does not matter. Only your execution on those trades matters. In trading, you do not get rewarded for thinking you're right. You get rewarded for following your plan. And if you don't have a plan, that is a whole nother problem. You need a real plan, not something that's just in your head, rules you actually follow, times you trade, setups you wait for, risks you never exceed, and rules you don't break, no matter how tempting it gets. Because the moment you start bending your rules, you have already lost. Maybe not that trade, but in the long term, it will always catch up. Most people quit trading not because they couldn't be profitable, but because they couldn't handle themselves. They couldn't handle waiting. They couldn't handle losing. They couldn't handle the boredom. They couldn't handle seeing others make money while they stay disciplined. That is the sole difference between traders who make it and traders who don't. The ones who make it, they're not smarter, they're not any luckier, they're not more talented, they're more controlled. They can sit through slow days. They can take a loss and shut the laptop. They can miss a trade and not spiral. They understand that trading is a long-term game. If you're trying to flip accounts, rush the process, or force consistency, you're already playing the wrong game. This is not about today. It's about who you become over the months and years of doing the same disciplined actions over and over again. And that goes for anything in life. You do not need motivation to trade. You need standards. Standards for when you trade. Standards for how you manage risk. Standards for when you walk away. Standards for how you react emotionally. Because if you do not set standards, the market will humble you until you either learn or quit. So here's the real question. Are you actually serious about this, or do you just like the idea of trading? Because those are two very different things. Being serious means showing up even when it's boring. Being serious means following the rules even after a loss. Being serious means not touching the charts when there's no setup. And being serious means protecting capital like it's your job, because it is. If you've been stuck, this is your reset. Stop forcing, stop chasing, stop overtrading. Slow down, trade less, execute better. Master yourself or the market will continue to punish you. This is you versus you. It always has been. Lock in, be disciplined, and prove it with your actions, not your words.